The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Bringing it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football with the run. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Caught in the backfield. It's Ambrose.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Wide open downfield. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Good timing on the quick out.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Off the play fake. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Peace. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Quick strike complete. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Samuel. Takes the easy one to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got a man. It's small. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's defense on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Back to throw, it's Samuel. Looking left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Monroe. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there. But as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Oh, he got loose. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw at Samuel. Floats it out in space. Turning it on. Just keeps moving. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the South's oldest rivalry has written another chapter between the Tar Heels and Cavaliers, and here's the result. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
It is loud in here as they try to help them get a stop on fourth down. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
What's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Coming out with it, it's Peace. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Samuel. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Wants to throw again. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. To the air, it's Samuel. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They punted away on 4th down. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wants to fire on second down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Samuel. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time on target. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it. Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Scanning the field, it's Samuel. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll send the back in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Here comes the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for space. It's Monroe. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Sends it downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been...
Oh, he wants it all. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. To throw, it's Samuel. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
On third down, he drops to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Looking for a man. It's Samuel. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw it. Punts it out of the air. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Aggies are marching down the field. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The Aggies send out the punt. Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. Have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Tucker. Caught near the sticks, it's Miller. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Toss sweep to the right. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Samuel. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Texas A&M going quickly. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Oh, they're after him. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was...
There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the tailback. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got his man on the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Rushes on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
They boot it away. Wants to return it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's small. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Texas A&M going up tempo. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Here's a heat. Unleashes one. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Uncorks it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Ball down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working the middle. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. To the air, it's Samuel. He's going to run it. all about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from